I did start with my mother, although her stories are only a part of the book. But I've chosen this one to read because really people who went up to the north were pioneers. They left conditions down in their homes, they left their families behind. They, in many cases, moved to pretty rustic conditions and made lives for themselves and their families. So this is my mother's story of arriving up north. My father was already working in the town, not in Gunnar, but in another neighboring mine. My flight to Beaver Lodge Lake was on December 31, 1951. I was picked up at 6 a.m. and driven by truck to Cooking Lake, a small airport outside Edmonton. There, warming up, was the top plane for the north, a single-engine, high-wing, prop-driven Beaver, and I had hit the jackpot, the top bush pilot, Johnny Nesbitt. 2 young men were also on our flight, but were only going as far as Fort McMurray. I was given the front seat, next to Johnny, and also in front of the lone heater. Johnny bundled my infant Patricia and me, in blankets, and although I was dressed as warm as possible, I was glad to have that heater. The temperature was minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and a typical prairie wind was blowing as we took off into a black sky. 2 hours later, we landed at Fort McMurray, then a small settlement of about 900 people on the Athabasca River. We taxied up beside a small, brightly lit shack, smoke pouring from its central chimney. The 2 young men scuttled into its warmth. As gear was unloaded and the plane refueled, our little Beaver cooled rapidly in the now minus 30-degree weather, wind-whipped snow swirling around us. Soon, though, we were ready to leave and fortified with hot coffee from Johnny's thermos, and our heater working once more, we took off. As we traveled, the sky lost its darkness and the sun came out. Below, I could see the land of trees, snow, and frozen river. It stretched without break to the horizon. Eventually, the huge expanse of Lake Athabasca appeared ahead. 80 miles, 129 kilometers, of wind-crusted snow and ice. It seemed to take forever before we finally neared land. We flew over Cracking Stone Point and landed on Beaver Lodge Lake, 4.5 hours flight time from Edmonton. We taxied across the ice to a truck near the shore, and there, waiting for us, was my husband. Finally, Jack could see his new baby girl, Patricia. I thanked Johnny for the great and truly memorable journey and hurried into the warm truck that awaited me. The temperature was minus 40. Our new home was a 10 by 12 foot plywood shack with a tarp roof. A tent house insulated with moss. Inside walls covered with cardboard that had been whitewashed to brighten the interior. The floor was covered in black roofing paper. 1 door, 1 window, 1 light bulb, 1 table, 1 washstand, 1 bed, 1 crib, 1 counter with cupboards, 1 tin stove, 1 wood box, and 2 wooden chairs completed the interior. Even for a prairie girl, this was rustic. I was fortunate that my in-laws had a modern home where I could go for showers and laundry. In the summer, we added another tent house, which gave us a bedroom, closet, oil burner, a second window, and most welcome of all, an inside bathroom. The tent house sat on a sheltered bay on Eagle Lake at Nesbitt Levine Uranium Mine, and a small dock led to a hole in the ice where we drew our water. The bathroom was a nearby 1-seater, functional even at minus 40. We were one of 3 tent houses. The other 2 were occupied by families who would later join us in Gunnar. I loved it there. We had a canoe, so in the summer we paddled up and down the little lake. A pair of loons were in residence on the lake, and one morning I witnessed the spectacular mating display of the male. Later we watched their baby cuddle in the protection of the mother's breast feathers as we paddled by. In winter, at night, I often stood outside on the crisp white snow, and as the northern lights danced across the sky, my dog Prince and I would throw back our heads and howl, waiting for the wolves to howl back, while the snowy owl perched on the nearby power pole gave encouraging hoots. And you would have to know my mother to appreciate that story.